What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be talking to you about the awesome benefits of NoFap. First of all, let me say that, yeah, it's a challenge, but I feel like most people who take on the challenge, it becomes a lifestyle. And that might seem kind of stupid if you've never done it, but if you do it or if you listen to this video, then you'll probably know why. And the first number one reason is, well, I mean, there could be different number one reasons for different people, but my number one reason personally is more energy. I mean, I was eating healthy, I was exercising, and there was something missing in my game, and I just couldn't seem to fill in that blank space and get the energy. I was always just low. I was always running out of energy, and I was feeling kind of down, and I couldn't really piece it together until I started researching NoFap, and I realized that from fapping every day, I was losing huge amounts of energy. And you could look at this in different lights. I mean, from an Eastern standpoint, you know, you're losing your chi, you're losing your vital energy. The Chinese would call it chi. The Japanese would call it ki. The Indians would call it the virya and the ojas. But there is this loss of vital energy. And not only from an energetic standpoint, but also a material standpoint. I mean, there is large amounts of essential nutrients, and because there has to be, for it to be, you know, life-sustaining and life-producing, there has to be large amounts of essential nutrients, life force, prana, chi. There has to be large amounts of this in your semen in order for it to be life-giving. So when you're fapping all the time, it's draining that away. It's draining that out of you, and you're gonna feel tired. You're gonna feel low on energy. And if you found ways to overcome this, like drinking coffee, then do what works for you, but know that eventually you're gonna crash on coffee. It's not a sustainable fuel. Just ask any long-term coffee drinker. They'll say they drink a few cups and they'll say, yeah, it doesn't even really do anything for me anymore. And it's not a sustainable fuel source. You have to look at your essential lifestyle and figure out ways to make yourself sustainable that are healthy. The second benefit comes from doing this as a lifestyle versus doing it as a challenge. And when you're doing it as a lifestyle, coming from the perspective of brahmacharya, which is a Sanskrit Indian virtue, you could say, and it's basically celibacy. So not only are you not fapping anymore, but you're also abstaining from watching porn, from thinking about chicks all the time or guys all the time. Hold on. You're abstaining from, you just get that out of your mentality. You stop thinking about it altogether. You stop just obsessing about women all the time. And you realize a lot of things. You realize that you waste so much time. You waste so much time when you're just thinking about chicks all day. And for me, since I started this lifestyle, which was about a month ago, I have so much more energy. And not just from a energetic, like, let's go for a walk kind of energy, but from just a free time kind of energy. I have so much more free time, both mentally and physically. I'm not obsessing about chicks all the time, and so it frees up my mind to think about my future, my goals, what kind of life I'm living, what kind of life I want to live, where am I going. It inspires me to be productive and think about my life more and my dreams, and figure out what I want to develop in my life and establish and create for myself in my future. It also frees me up to just get more shit done, you know, for going for more walks, for writing my books, for making YouTube videos. Whatever your passion is, you're gonna have more time to pursue it. You're gonna be like this unstoppable force because you are subtracting from your life and from your mind a huge aspect of your life and from your mind. Because anyone who's fapping off all the time or constantly thinking about chicks, constantly trying to pursue that lifestyle, it's such a huge part of your life and a huge part of your mind and your time. And when you can get rid of that, you'll realize how much more productive you can be, how much more productive you can be. Now, a third benefit, I know it keeps going. The third benefit, guys, is that you'll be more confident with chicks because you have more of this dominant chi, this vital masculine energy about you. It's not drained all the time, so you'll have more confidence in your goals. You're gonna have more confidence, and because of an energetic level, and also simply from a mental level, because you're not gonna care anymore. It's not gonna be a make or break situation, meaning that if you get rejected by a girl, you're just gonna laugh about it. You'll just be like, whatever. It's like, you won't even care anymore. Whereas before, when you're obsessing about girls, it's like, it's a big deal to go ask a girl out because she might say no. Because you want it so bad. You desire it so bad that it creates anxiety. It creates a situation that you really want to happen, and then when it doesn't happen, you could get let down and sad or bummed out about it. Or if you're one of your girlfriends, not a girlfriend, but a friend that is a girl, if they leave your life, get sad and depressed and lonely. If your girlfriend breaks up with you, you know, you're just not going to be well. Whereas if you're doing no fap, then it's going to be completely different, because if you get rejected, you're already used to not caring about what girls think about you, or you're not used to putting so much energy in trying to get girls to like you and just trying to get girls in general. And so if a girl rejects you, you'll just be like, whatever, and go try with another one or not. But and so there is that. You'll be more successful picking up chicks because you're not going to care as much. You're not going to get as depressed or let down if it doesn't work out. And it's like, you're going to look at women differently. You're totally going to shift and alter the type of girls that you go after. You're going to start going after your dream girls versus going after just anyone who is available. And that's a beautiful thing, because I mean, yeah, for me, I think that's a beautiful thing, because You're no longer wasting your time pursuing things that don't support your highest goals, support your highest good, and support the person that you want to become. So you want to pursue things that are worth pursuing. And it's like, if you're super hungry, you're gonna eat any junk food that's available to you because you're just so hungry, you're not gonna care. When you're so horny, you're gonna fuck any girl who's around you. You're not gonna care. And if you establish this lifestyle of, it doesn't have to be celibacy, but just not jacking it all the time, not making that a 24/7 focus of your life, then it's, that was a pretty big hill, by the way. That's a good hill. So when you make this not part of your life anymore, this constant obsession, you're never gonna reach that point of settling for less than you normally would, or settling for less than the best, settling for less than your highest good. And that's huge. That's totally huge, man. So we have more energy. Man, I just pounded up both of those hills like nothing. I'm feeling good. And I only had like a little breakfast this morning. I just had some juice for breakfast, a cup of juice, and I'm good. Second benefit, you'll have more time. You'll have so much more free time. You'll have more energy. You'll be more productive. Your mind will be more clear. You'll make better decisions. You're not going to be tempted by things that don't serve your highest good. You're not going to be swayed from who you are. You're going to be true to who you are and who you want to be. Yeah, those are the three main benefits that I have come across so far. And it's only been a month, so I'm sure I'll discover more. And just a piece of advice for the guys trying to take on this challenge or this way of life. It's okay to make mistakes, guys. It's okay to slip up. Don't beat yourself up about it. If you've gone 90 days and you jerk off and you're like, fuck, now I gotta start over from day one, day zero. That is a horrible attitude to think about it like. That's a horrible way to think about it. Absolutely. You have to think about it in terms of the now moment, in terms of now, not in terms of I failed my 90 days and I'm starting off from scratch again. Forget that. You have to think in terms of now. Which brings me to another tip, and it's that a lot of people have the habit, myself included, of saying to yourself, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'll start fresh tomorrow. In other words, meaning that I'm gonna give in to my addiction. I'm gonna give in to my addiction, but it's okay because I'm starting fresh tomorrow. You see, the mind doesn't perceive time that way. The mind perceives only a moment of now. So it doesn't matter if you start fresh in the morning. What matters is that you bite it in the butt. You bite the bullet and you say, no, I'm not gonna give in. I'm going to choose self-discipline. I'm going to choose self-control, and it's gonna increase your strength, your mental strength. You're gonna become a stronger person. Totally, man. You'll become a warrior. You vow not to do something and you make sure that it doesn't happen. You make sure that you do it and it gets done. And so it's always a habit for people to say, it's okay, I'm gonna start fresh in the morning. It's gonna be easier to start fresh in the morning. And it may be easier to start fresh in the morning, but your mind doesn't work like that. If you give in, it's just gonna be easier for you to give in the future. You have to just cut it off in the now moment. And it's a good way to live your life like that. And yeah, so that's my advice. That's the benefits that I have noticed thus far. and stay tuned for more awesome videos. Thanks guys, peace.